past Friday marked the 15th anniversary of the deadliest tornado in modern-day U.S. history. On May 22, 2011, a devastating EF5 tornado hit the town of Joplin, Missouri. 161 people were killed. The town forever changed. One of the people who lost their lives that day was 18-year-old Will Norton. Since then, his father, Mark, has made sure Will's legacy lives on. Mark Norton joins us now. Mark, thank you so much for sharing this story with us. 15 years later, how do you remember that day and your son?
Yeah, it seems like eternity, but it also seems like just yesterday. So we had a wonderful 18 years with him. He's a great young man, and we miss him every day. So, but yeah, sad things happen.
Yeah, so with so many that have been dealing with grief and loss like yourself, how did the community come together in the days after the storm, and how did they really rally around your family?
Yeah, it was amazing, really. I think that brings out the best in people when you have things like this occur, and people from all over the country came in to help us clean up, and Will had a big following on YouTube. He was one of the original YouTubers back in the day, and just of course we had to search for him for 5 days, and that took, and during those 5 days, outreach from across the country and the world, for that matter, poured in, and it was unfortunate that he lost his life after all that, but it was special that everyone came together and put their arms around us, for sure.
I can't imagine the pain that you must have felt, especially those 5 days searching for him. In keeping his legacy alive, you've been a strong proponent of that, and you've been able to keep his legacy alive in two specific key ways. Will's Place, it's a center for children's behavioral health, so tell us more about that.
Well, it's a division of Freeman Healthcare Systems, and it became Will's Place after the tornado. And there was a lot of all people, but especially children, the trauma they went through, and either losing friends or just losing their place to live, and there was a huge need for that. And we were honored that the governor of Missouri, Jay Nixon, at the time, came down and helped establish that. And even today, it's of course named after him. And like I say, he was a real giving, caring young man, and I think the idea there is to help these children be a little bit more like Will, and help them with their issues. So we're honored to have his name associated with it, for sure.
And the other piece of Will's legacy is the Will Norton Miracle Field. That's where children with special needs learn to play baseball. What can you tell us about the field?
Yeah, that's a great place, and it's nice a town the size of Joplin can actually have a facility like that. But this in April and May, they come out on Saturdays, and this spring we had over 200 players, and literally thousands of people, family members and caregivers and friends came and watched them play. And a kid can, it's actually now for children and adults. A lot of the children that were playing years ago are now adults, and they still want to play. So, but it's children with, or people with any kind of special needs that maybe couldn't play on an organized baseball team, gives them a chance to go out and hit the ball and put their shirts and ball caps on in the morning and wait for that. They just wait around at their houses for Saturday morning to come out and play, and they all get a chance to bat and field, and they all have buddies assigned to them that help them around the bases. And no matter what their needs are, they're able to play baseball, be part of the team, and have something special to look forward to. So it's and again, we're honored to have Will's name associated with it. It just is the kind of person he was, to always give back, and something that he would love to have seen, for sure.
Yeah, it makes you smile just seeing those pictures and thinking of that experience for them. So you've shown so much strength and care in honoring your son. So what message would you have for people out there who are dealing with grief and loss?
Yeah, I can't say that it gets better, but I think those special memories, and try to honor their memory, and do what you think they would want you to do. It's not about us. It's about what we feel like Will would be wanting us to do in his honor, and that helps. It helps, and it helps seeing these young people going out and being able to enjoy something in life that they might not otherwise. So he gave his life, but at the same time, he's still around. He's still helping people.
Yeah, that's a great message. And Mark, I moved to Joplin a year after the tornado, and I lived there for a couple years. So I saw firsthand the legacy that your son has left in the community and the changes that he has made. And I have special memories there at the Will Norton Miracle Field. It's such a special place, and great to see those kids play baseball. So it's been an honor to talk to you. Thank you so much for sharing your son's story.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.